right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Joe's Two Cents. I know it's been a long time, but been on TikTok a lot, so I neglected it. So I decided that, you know what, I need to stop neglecting my YouTube and come over here and talk about a couple of things. Now, what's been happening recently is the bombing in Nashville, and comes out to find out that they have found out who it is, which is a 63-year-old Caucasian male by the name of Anthony Quinn Warner. And further investigation so far has led us to believe that, when he talked to his friends, they said that one of the last things he said before this happened was, you know what, someday Tennessee and Nashville will forever remember my name. Now, you know what, that's just a classic sign of grandiose narcissism if I've ever seen it. But here's the thing that bothers me. Authorities have not came out and called it what it is. And what it is an act of domestic terrorism. And it needs to be called for what it is. But one of the problems in our society when it comes to issues concerning the white race, anytime it happens, they don't want to call it for what it is. But anytime a black man or any other ethnic minority commits something not even close to this as heinous as something like this, they want to demonize this person as much as possible. They will go back and look at his criminal records. They want to find any kind of dirt on it to bash this person as much as possible. But this country has a history of domestic terrorism, and in every case that I've seen, almost every case that I've seen, other than Muslim terrorist attacks or things of that matter, like 9/11 and the bombing of the marathon in Boston Marathon, that situation, most of them been done by white men. Domestic terrorism, that's Ku Klux Klan. And all the lynchings and the killings and the burnings they did, that is an act of domestic terrorism. They don't ever want to call it, but it is. What happened in Oklahoma, that's an act of domestic terrorism. What happened with Timothy McVeigh when he bombed that federal building in Oklahoma, that's an act of domestic terrorism. What was the guy named Jeff Kaczynski, also known as the Unabomber? That is an act of domestic terrorism. There was another young man, what was it? I forgot what his name was. Basically, he would set a bomb on people's porch in Austin, Texas a few years ago, and it would blow up. But when they finally caught him, the Austin chief of police got up and tried to justify, he's just misled. He was little boy. He's just, I'm sick of it. Anytime that there is an act of terrorism going on by Caucasian men in this country, they always want to justify his actions. Another one that what was that teenage boy that went up in Wisconsin with an assault rifle and shot several people. They didn't want to demonize him at all. As a matter of fact, the guy that makes those pillows, that My Pillow guy, I forgot what his name is. He actually bailed that young man out. It's ridiculous. It's just seems like it's just this unwritten rule of anytime a white person would do something in this country, it's justified. Something must be wrong. He had a bad childhood, this, that, and the other. This foolishness has to stop. They need to call it for what it is from now on. And you know what? I tell people the year 2020 has been a great awakening for a lot of us in a lot of different ways and for a lot of countries, So we need to do better as a country. We need to do better. Stop demonizing minorities and stop justifying the actions of white people, considering specifically white men, when they do such horrendous things on a grand scale. It's usually never small. It's just used on a grand scale. And then after that, it's swept under the rug and is not talked about anymore. So that foolishness needs to stop.